Hey everybody, this is Captain Kyle and I'm here with a special Transformers X-Men toy crossover review. Yes, it is Ultimate X-Spanse, an X-Men Transformers merger that, well, I don't know that anyone really asked for it, but it was kind of a neat idea, so sure. I have not yet taken it out of the box, but it has very nice, bright X-Men style packaging. In fact, it has such X-Men packaging, my girlfriend did not realize this was a Transformer when I got it. They're a little subtle. So it's got the pictures on the back of what he's supposed to look like and all that stuff. One thing that I don't like is it doesn't have a function. With the Ghostbusters one, his function was paranormal investigator. With the Back to the Future DeLorean one, time traveler. I mean, function could be warrior. The robot mode in the picture looks like it's a combination of Wolverine and Cyclops and even Colossus. You know, this is like the Super Skrull X-Men style. But anyway, we're going to unbox this thing, go through it, and see if this mutant version of a Transformer is cool. Be right back. All right, so first thing we need to do with this huge thing is get it out of the box. So my trusty knife will cut through the tape. There it is inside the box. It's got your nice instructions, which even the instructions don't look all that transformery. And we got the usual Hasbro little piece of paper. So in the box, you can see the plane, the Blackbird from X-Men. And it also has a couple minifigures. It's got Wolverine and Sabretooth, which is cool. And it's got some laser energy blast effect type things, including something that looks like Wolverine's claws. So let's get the rest out here. I'm gonna switch to scissors. Here's little minifigures. So there they are. Wolverine does not like to stay standing up. I don't know if it's because of my tablecloth or just because he's Wolverine and is known to be a little bit, how shall we say, contrary. All right, he's up. For how long? Who knows? I'm guessing they mean these figures to be in scale with the Blackbird, but looking at the size of the cockpit, these figures are probably twice as big as they actually should be, but if they were any smaller, they'd get lost much more easily. There appears to be a little energy hula skirt for Wolverine here. I don't know what that's about, but there it is. We'll put these aside because honestly, whereas I like Wolverine and Sabretooth's a cool foe, I'm here for the jet. And there it is, the Lockheed Martin Blackbird type jet. It has landing gear, which the wheels don't actually move. So it's one of those just slide. But it's a pretty cool representation of the jet. You can raise the landing gear when you take off and fly to the next mission for the X-Men. It's a pretty cool vehicle mode. It's actually a little odd to have a Transformer that comes out of the package in vehicle mode, because a lot of them nowadays are in robot mode and you have to get them into vehicle mode. So that's why I'm doing this review a little backwards. I have to say the wing here seems a little loose. I mean, you can put it in place, but one little tap. This one seems a little stiffer. I don't know if it's just loose joints. So already I'm gonna say that's a little bit of a minus for the vehicle mode, the wing. I mean, what I would probably do is take some magician's wax or something like that, put it on the joints, and that will make it stickier. Some people might also remove the wing and add a little bit of crazy glue to thicken it up and then put it back on. I don't like permanent solutions like that. You know, if you put on a little too much wax or sticky tack, you can always get it off and try again. But that's just me. Now on the bottom of the wings, they have these little holes, which I believe you can attach these blast effect things to. So as the jet is flying, it has some type of weapons. I don't know, the blast effect energy type thing. You know, if they were missiles, it would be one thing, or missile launchers. I really wouldn't attach them to the wings personally. I think it looks better without them. So not too much to say more about the vehicle mode. It is almost as long as this cat, and this cat seems to like rubbing her face against the cockpit and the nose. Don't try to land on the cat because it will definitely fall. All right, there he is in robot mode. He's not a bad looking figure. I have to say the transformation was not easy. It was pretty complex, and if you like complex transformations, you're probably gonna like this guy. There were definitely some clever parts, though that loose wing fell off during the transformation process, and I had to reattach it. I guess I can flatten out the wings on the side of his head a little bit. Comparing it to the box, I guess it's pretty close to exactly what's shown there. I may have pushed things not as far as they could go or should go or whatever, but seems pretty sturdy to me. Articulation wise, can do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme, though I have to say the top of the legs, the hip joints are kind of stiff. All the joints are kind of stiff. That may change in time, but hopefully not as badly as that wing. But it seems pretty articulated. Even the toes can be moved a bit. The head turns, the arms move pretty much in all the directions you might want them to. He can twist at the waist. So articulation-wise, very good figure. But I have to say, just the feel of him feels a little bit, I don't want to say cheap, but I want to say cheap. It doesn't feel as quality as some of the toys, and he's kind of wobbly. That could be because of how I transformed him. I may not have plopped something in as easy. One of the problems I have with a lot of these more complex transformers is sometimes it's difficult to know if you've done everything you need to, because there are so many little steps. And the instructions, I have to say, suck. That is why so many people go onto YouTube to look for instructions on transforming these guys, and I am one of those people too. Sometimes it's only because there's a little part that I can't figure out, and sometimes it's just because the whole transformation's messed up. But overall, it's a very cool figure. Somehow, I guess you can put Wolverine up here. He could be a, I don't know, a cheerleader. Adamantium skeleton and claws or not. Put him up against a transformer, and I don't know how well his healing factor would work if there's no flesh left on the adamantium bones. So who knows where he's at the comics right now. He's alive, he's dead, he's got healing factor, he's got bone claws, he's got adamantium claws. So an interesting concept, a pretty cool figure. Not too much I can say about him other than, you know, he does look a bit like Cyclops. He's a little bit Cyclops, he's a little bit Wolverine. Yeah, not a bad figure. I got him, he came from Target. I had actually kind of lost track of when he was supposed to show up, and then he just showed up one day, and I'm like, what did I get from Target? And it was this guy. He is now available on HasbroPulse.com. He's $64.99. He's almost not worth it. Again, he feels a little bit cheap to me. 50 bucks maybe, but I imagine with licensing fees, because of Marvel, they probably have to go for the higher price point. I mean, if it fits into your budget, go for it, but I wouldn't like put yourself way out for this figure. It's a cool conversation piece. So there you have it. X-Spanse, a mutant transformer with no function, just brings the X-Men to various battles, and one day I guess decided to transform and shock the shit out of everybody. I'm putting a link down in the description if you want to get this guy at Hasbro Pulse. I'll also put a link to eBay in case they run out and you want to get him there, or if you don't want to wait because it's a pre-order right now and you want to see if you can get it a little sooner. Because it's not a bad figure overall, but I don't think it's as cool as some of the other crossovers. This guy, cool, but again, a little wobbly. And he's got Ruffles potato chip knees, according to my camera person. But I guess when you have to vent, all right, that was a bad dad joke. It is kind of neat if you want to get it. Links below. If not, I totally understand. While you're debating, you might check out these other videos over here. And if you haven't already, you can subscribe down there, hit that notification bell, that'd be great. There's some social things down there, you can do that. That's pretty much it for this particular review. We'll see you next time, and as always, have fun and good hunting.